So I want to start this like design studio diaries thing, and today we're gonna talk about naming. So I've been going back and forth on like what I want to do with the design studio name. Here's what I do know. I want my brand to be whimsical but serious. Coastal, but not cliche coastal like anchors and a rope or a line and seagulls, but coastal, focusing on the ocean, the energy of the ocean, but not energy, new age energy. Nature, as in God created it, the universe is awesome, but you don't worship it, you worship God. But I also want to have God at the center of it. I want it to be faith led, but not a faith brand. So, some of the things that I've come up with like incorporating like vintage style. So, I want vintage to be a part of it. I love vintage everything. I know I've loved it forever. So, like, I'm not trying to say like I liked it before who, but I know it's really trendy now. I think it's been trendy for a while, but anyway, I love it. So I want to incorporate vintage, old school, nautical. So I've always been like a big fan of BioShock. BioShock is an old video game, and that reason I liked that video game was because of the aesthetic. So I had fun immersing myself in that world, that environment that was very much like the old music, the old like Fallout. That's another inspiration. But the nautical themes in BioShock is something that I really like. So I came up with the idea of putting the Big Daddy helmet, which is like an old school diver helmet, on a vintage pinup woman. So I came up with this, and I would love to develop this character further. I'm not the best illustrator. Admittedly, I traced this helmet off of a real helmet on my iPad, and then I also traced an old school pinup woman, traced her also with my pen to create this. So I blended two images. I'm not a good illustrator. I would love to team up with an illustrator to create like an animated version of this girl and have her be like the key person. She's gonna be barefoot. She's gonna have that old school, like, not sexy, but that vintage striped one piece that they used to wear back in the day. Some of them even come with like shorties, kind of like a wetsuit. But yeah, so I would love to incorporate that in the brand. And so we come back to the name. What do we call that? I don't know. So where Char stays neutral, but I would build the name around, I'll build the brand around my name, Char. And what is Char? So Char, besides half of my name is Charlene Flores. It's exploring, it's the new, the unknown, nature, connecting and grounding. It's whimsical. That's a word that's definitely going to be there. And exploring is, I think, the biggest takeaway there. So the helmet, it's like underwater guy. He's searching, he's looking. So that's where I'm at. And so I've been like brainstorming on names, and honestly, none of them sound good to me. Like, they sound like something that I'm gonna get tired of over time. So then I come back to Char, and that's where I'm at. So that's today's diary, and I think that's what I'm working on today. Besides streamlining, invoicing, streamlining proposals, streamlining discovery calls. So many discovery calls just end up in nothing. Trying to set up a system that automates answering messages, sending requirements, vetting people, yay, nay, and that starts with anywhere from the type of client, the budget, and then go from there. because I think the budget's been the biggest hurdle for me, is finding clients that are matching me in my expertise, what I'm offering, the level of expertise. I'm a new business, I'm a new design studio, but I'm not a new designer. I've been in the industry for over 12 years. So the quality of work shows that, and I'm attracting a certain type of client, but I think maybe it's not the exact client because it's not, I'm getting some nibbles though on better budgets, but the time spent on calls, proposals, I need to eliminate that. So that's another part I'm working on this week. I think I need a nap. Right, Legolas? Okay, bye.